Hi everyone, thanks for joining so far. Um, if you don't mind, we're just going to wait a couple more minutes just for a couple more people to join, and we will start in a second. Louise, if you just want to let me know when we're ready here, and we'll get started.
Thanks, Nathan. We have a couple more people that have RSVP'd, but feel free to get started, and if need be, we can share the recording with them thereafter. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today with EVS and Nespresso Professional. I'm Nathan Martini. I am the Territory Manager for Western Ontario. It's a great day to have you here. Obviously, we met a lot of you at the CSCM show last year and virtually this year, so very excited for you to be joining us. Myself, I'm a very avid golfer. I know we have some racket clubs here as well, so it's always great to have some prestige clubs, resorts, and joining us for today's meeting. Um, Before we get started, I ask if you haven't already to please put your computer on mute. In the bottom right corner of your screen, you'll actually see a chat function. I want to make this as interactive as possible. If you have any questions whatsoever, we will be moderating the questions and making sure that we answer them as prompt as possible. It's really important. There is no bad question whatsoever, and we want to make sure that we're highlighting all the services that we offer for your staff, for your guests, for your members as well. To tell you a little bit about Nespresso Professional, we are a premium specialty coffee service. We use quality, sustainably sourced beans from all over the world. We offer a simple and easy to use package. So all our machines are as simple as touching a button, and that's going to provide the most consistent approach for your staff and the easiest approach for your staff to produce specialty coffees like espressos, cappuccinos, and lattes so that your guests are getting a premium experience and they're getting the same consistency every single time. The other nice thing about what we offer is we are offering 100% recyclable capsules, which I have here in front of you. Um, we use 100% aluminum, and the reason being is it aromatically seals the freshness of the coffee inside of the capsule, so that you're getting the freshest coffee on every single cup that you have. I'm going to open it up to you, the guests that we have here today joining us. What are you currently experiencing for your club? What are the main issues that you find with offering espresso, cappuccinos, lattes, if you have that all currently offered? Feel free to write in the chat box if you can, or if you're willing. Who's going to be the first brave participant? No. Oh, we have one coming in. Here we go. Adrian?
Danny, we got two coming in.
All right.
Staff training is one from Danny.
Okay, perfect. So staff training is obviously one of the main concerns. We have that coming in from Danny here. So Danny, the nice thing about all our machines is, again, ease of use. It's number one on my list, actually, of things that I experience when I'm dealing with clubs, golf courses, racket clubs, is that obviously sometimes it's a lot more seasonal. We have a lot more turnover with the staff, some summer staff, whatnot. So the easy use of the machines is obviously going to be very important because they can learn the machine in less than 5 minutes. The second thing is all of your territory managers for EVS and Nespresso Professional will actually provide full training service. We also have tutorials online as well, and a lot of cases provide you with kind of a cheat sheet on how to operate the machine. They will also do follow-up service throughout the course of the year just to make sure. Let's say, Danny, for instance, you are in charge of making sure that everyone knows how to properly use the espresso or an espresso machine. Making sure that you are fully qualified to also pass along that information as well. Yep, one more question coming in.
Josh G. Making large quantities of coffee.
Right. So we don't want to take away from a drip coffee solution. Obviously, you know, a lot of times you have banquets, you have weddings, and you're serving dessert, and then you're offering a drip coffee to go with that cake or pie, whatever it may be. We don't want to take away from that, but in those situations, what we want to offer is a solution that can be portable, more versatile, and also an upcharge to your guests. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, Josh. Thank you for asking. But specifically, let's say a wedding that you have, you can offer a specialty coffee package of espressos and cappuccinos at a certain volume, and you can charge just like you would for an upcharge on the bar to have a more premium, let's say, beer or liquor or wine. So that's what we're going at there. And again, it's not to take away from the drip and that solution, but it's just to add to what you're currently offering. All right, sorry, dropped a capsule here. Any more questions, Adrian?
We're good.
Okay, we're good. So great. We talked about ease of use and seasonal staff. The next thing that I talked about, which I often find with clubs, is consistency. And then the third thing is the training, obviously. So we hit on really all three of those things. And I'm going to really show you how easy it is to use our products. So the first machine that I have here is our Aguila 220. It's really the flagship of the Nespresso Professional line. Obviously, it's very aesthetically pleasing. Okay, it's full stainless steel. You have your milk fridge in here, which can hold up to 4 liters in the milk fridge as well. And it does 14 different recipes, from cappuccinos, lattes, espressos, simply at the touch of a button. The other nice thing about this machine is it's direct water line plumbed in, so you never have to worry about refilling it. And once it's on and once it's running properly, as far as like warm up time, you're going to have the same consistency with all of your coffees from every time you brew one. So, for example, you have a group of, let's say, group of ladies on Tuesday morning. They play in the ladies' league, and 2 of them are going to stay behind, or even 4 of them for that matter. But let's say 2, and the one lady suggests, "Hey, I'd love a cappuccino," and the other one says, "I'd love an espresso." Typically, on a traditional machine, you go behind the scenes, you grind down the beans, you tamp it, you have to get your pressure gauges up, and you have to get your temperature up. Well, I'm going to take all of that guesswork away for your staff that's providing it, because guess what? The next group of ladies is coming in 7 minutes from their tea time. So we've been asked for an espresso, and we've been asked for a cappuccino. On this side, we have our black coffee head, which offers ristretto, espresso, and a lungo offering. And on this side, we have our milk products. And if you can see up here, we have cappuccino, a latte, iced macchiato. We also have offerings for hot foam, hot milk, cold foam. So a lot of different options that you can even prepare different recipes with when it comes to alcoholic beverages at night or specialty coffees that way. So I'm just going to drop our first capsule in here, and I'm going to drop our second capsule in the milk side. And on both times, I'm going to pull the lever down. And for this, I'm going to press espresso. And we've started. And I'm going to press cappuccino. Now, one thing I like to say at all times is now you're officially a barista. It's as simple as pressing a button there. Really, really simple, really easy to use. And you notice I press that button, roughly 20 seconds to brew the cappuccino. It's a little bit longer. But the nice thing is You could press that button, press espresso, press the button, press cappuccino, turn around, let's say, they wanted tea, for instance. You can now produce your tea while you're doing that. You can get your tray ready, get your sugars and milks ready. So really, really simple, and then makes it easy for the staff as well. Adrian, we have another question coming in.
Yes, from Danny.
Yep.
Talk about the recyclability of the pots.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much, Danny. So obviously, I don't know if you are aware of Nespresso Professional or Nespresso in general at home. So our capsules are 100% recyclable. Okay, they're made of 100% Canadian aluminum as well, which is really, really nice. Once you're done with the capsule, and I'm just going to actually highlight this for you, the capsule will actually drop into this drawer. So it's been used, okay? It's been perforated. Now we'll provide you with Nespresso labeled bins that are labeled for UPS. You would simply wait for this tray to be full. You drop the capsules into that bin. You seal it, package it up. Once that bin is obviously full, and then you would just reach out to UPS, or if you have a regular UPS delivery person who comes to your property, they would actually pick up the capsule box for you, and they would send it to our recycling plant, which is currently in Montreal. Once it gets to Montreal, the coffee is actually blown out of the capsule itself. It's used for compost. We're actually starting to create soil, for gardening and whatnot out of the coffee. And then the capsules are actually melted down to be actually repurposed. So not just recycled, but reused. So I had the pleasure of actually dropping off 2 bicycles where the frames were actually made out of Nespresso capsules. Took 300 capsules and we were able to build 2 bicycles out of our capsules as well. I've seen other products that we've also highlighted, like Swiss Army knives, potato peelers, pens. And so that's really a great initiative that Nespresso has. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Nespresso as a whole globally, by the end of 2022, wants to be 100% carbon footprint neutral. So currently right now, we're looking at a 96% carbon footprint that we cover. But by the end of 2022, we want to be 100% carbon neutral. Really, really exciting. And myself as well, I had the opportunity to travel to Colombia last year where we met with a lot of our farmers, where we source the beans, and it's AAA sustainable. And what we mean by that is we actually provide the farmers with more insights, how to produce better crops, how to use less water, better resources for them, so that they are, again, sustainability from start to finish with our product.
One more question.
One more question.
Yeah. Is the recycling program free for the customers as well? Where can you find a bit more information on this?
Yeah, excellent, Danny. So the recycling program is 100% free for your customers. This is part of our initiative. As a territory manager for Nespresso Professional, I take great pride when my customers or the people that I have a partnership with also want to provide a more sustainable approach to their practices. And this is something that you can definitely highlight to your members, to your guests, or who's ever joining you to enjoy Nespresso, is that you are part of the solution to providing a more sustainable future for us. So 100% free, and your territory manager can actually reach out to you and explain more and provide you with some videos or even documentation on that as well. Okay, excellent, Adrian. Thank you so much. And then I'm just going to show you one more recipe here as well. So I'm just going to pull this down. And we like to call this kind of the Corona effect. So I'm going to brew a latte macchiato here. So it's really nice, especially, let's say, a Sunday morning brunch. You have your guests there, and we're going to brew a latte macchiato, and it's just going to set really, really nice. So when your server goes out on the patio, especially given the situations right now, they go on the patio and they have a tray of, let's say, 1, 2, 3 macchiatos. It just gives a really, really good look for your guests, and then they want to order it and create an upcharge. So you notice right now that the milk was poured first and then the coffee goes in second, the espresso shot. It'll create a nice layering effect, which is really going to be highlighted to your guests and customers. The nice thing about what we just did here is under 30 seconds, I was able to prepare a really, really nice recipe with taking out all of the guesswork for your staff. The other nice thing is, you're going to know from your territory manager what the cost of a capsule is. You're going to know roughly what the cost of milk is, just based on what region that you're in. So let's say for under 80 cents, give or take a little bit here, in under 30 seconds, you can produce a $5-6 drink on your patio or for your guests or in your restaurant. So the profit margin's there, let's say $4 or $5 profit margin for 30 seconds of time. Okay, and not to get away from the Aguila too quickly here, but this machine is direct water line plugged in, which I mentioned before, but we also have options to put it on a cart. So when I mentioned earlier about having a wedding or having special events, you can actually have this on a cart and move it to different locations. Now the cart is an additional cost that we would provide you with a vendor for that. But like I said, when you have weddings and whatnot, it's a really nice option to move the machine around and provide an upcharge. Any other events, outdoor, indoor, halfway house, restaurants, anywhere else that you see Nespresso Professional potentially being a good option for your club? Open it up to the chat line again.
Question coming in from Chris.
Okay, perfect. We have a couple people typing in right now, so we'll give it one more second. No pressure, Chris. All right. Well, while we're waiting for oh, I felt it buzz on my watch there.
What is the cost of the machine? Is this something is loaned long enough to purchase? So different purchasing options he's asking. So
different
renting and the cost of the machines.
Right. So Chris, I'm going to definitely reach out. I think that's a conversation that each territory manager should have with each individual client. I'm definitely going to reach out to you because I know that we're going to be working together in the future here. But just so everyone knows, we do have a couple different options when it comes to the different machines. So you have your ability to purchase the machine outright. We have a lease to own program, and we have a rental program as well. So we would obviously find what the best solution is for you and work with you that way on that as well. I'm gonna.
Question?
Yep, one more question. Sorry.
You mentioned about the portability of this in the plumbed in. He's asking, is there different versions to be portable? So other than the cart that we have.
Other than the cart that we have, or the machine itself?
No, is there a different portable version than the cart?
So for this machine specifically, Arjun, is it? Sorry. Yeah. Okay, thank you. For this machine specifically, because it has to be direct water line, you need a cart that has the proper power source and the pump to pump the water up to the machine with drainage as well. This is obviously on our display counter right now, but your territory manager, I'm going to reach out to them and have them send you just different looks at what the carts look like, because you could definitely get it sourced from someone that maybe is a contractor for your location. I believe it's Granite Club, correct? Yeah, okay, perfect. For your location, but we would work it with you to make sure that you have the proper specs so it operates properly. Okay. Okay, excellent. And then I'm just going to move along really quickly over to our Gemini machine, which would be kind of the next step down in our range. It's really a workhorse, but it's obviously a little bit different aesthetically on the eyes, but it's a two-touch system. So with that, obviously, it becomes a little bit better price point, which all of your territory managers can definitely discuss with you. But I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually use the Gemini as well. So same situation where you have one guest wants an espresso and the other guest wants a cappuccino. So I'm going to slide this capsule in here, press the espresso button. And then I'm going to slide this capsule in here, And the cappuccino would start with an espresso button as well. So if we were to make a cappuccino, once the espresso is made, we would simply slide it over to our milk frothing option in the middle. And we would calibrate this to fit your cups or the Nespresso cups that we also offer as well as part of our package. Beautiful foam, beautiful crema. Now I just took this coffee was made, let's say 5 minutes ago. The consistency, the levels, the same crema. We're all about consistency, and in a span of, let's say 2 minutes, I was able to produce 5 different specialty coffees for you. Now this machine can be plug and play, so it doesn't have to be direct waterline, but it can also be direct waterline. So this would be really good, let's say for, if you didn't want to build the cart to move it around for a wedding or outdoor event, you could actually use this at an outdoor event or a wedding as well, which is really, really nice. And then where I see a lot of use for this machine is actually in the halfway house. So it's just another upgrade that you could offer your club. We also have marketing materials that we would actually provide you as well, free of charge, to promote the Nespresso Professional brand and to make your guests and your club members aware that it is available for them as well. Any questions coming in right now? We're all good? Okay. Adrian, can you think of anything before we kind of sign off here?
You touched on everything. Portability, recycling, sustainability. I think we're good here.
Yeah, excellent. So just to go back again, as Adrian was just kind of highlighting to me, we really highlighted the ease of use of all our machines. We highlighted the consistency, as you see with all the coffees. The ease of use, obviously, for making all the different recipes. And then the sustainability, which is obviously, as Danny mentioned earlier, something that's very, very impactful for what we're trying to accomplish as a company. And we want to make sure that your club or restaurant, whatever it may be, is also trying to accomplish the same things as well. One last thing, actually, before I sign off, we've actually created kind of a promotion, if you want to call it that. Oh, sorry, we have one question before I get there.
Danny's asking about the Aguila.
Yeah.
Is there a bigger version than the one that you're currently showing?
You know what? Thank you, Danny. I'm glad. You know what? You're hired. Thank you so much. So with the Aguila that we have here, we actually have a 2-head system with the milk built in. We have what's called a 440, which would be the 2-head plus the milk in the middle. And then we would have another 2-head. So it would be a total of four coffee heads. So again, even more functionality, even more efficiency for your staff, even more simplicity. You have that table of 4 who just got off the golf course and they want to sit down, or they're playing doubles tennis, and you have 2 lattes or a latte cappuccino, 2 espressos. Simply as pressing 4 buttons like we just did here, you're going to have the same results, the same consistency, and again the same premium quality that we offer. All right. Good on the questions? All right. So before we sign off, one last thing. Obviously, I really want to thank you for joining us today. We actually have created a bit of a promotion for you. So if you're interested, and we hope that you are, in what you saw here today, book a demo with your territory manager, and each individual territory manager will actually be reaching out to you to thank you for joining us today. And you will receive a small home machine, if you want to call it. We have them in hotel rooms. You'll receive a small machine for your, let's say, your office staff, along with 20 capsules, just for booking a demo and having a demo with us in the future. So thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to building a partnership with you and your club.